Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Dragon Age Origins. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, as I've taken care of the rest of the tower. There's not anything for us up there anymore. I think there was one chest that I didn't open, that I hadn't opened, but I opened it already. So we're going back to the docks, I think? This is not where we're going. This is...
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know, but they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Are they painting him as a drunkard? Because he's kind of coming across as that. Maybe. He's also very sad about something. Did you see how sad his eyes looked? I have many qualms with being able to see things that my character can't see. I won't ramble about that too much. So yeah, we're supposed to go down to the village. Because I think there might be some new developments here. Now that
the
things...
point. We could all be figments of someone else's imagination.
Could we?
Exactly.
Aren't
you,
wait.
I, everything. All a dream. But whose dream? And for whose amusement?
Everybody else's
Some
dream.
being of cosmic power. Sublime.
He's just running with it, really.
Being.
I'll ramble with that in a little bit.
Good to see you again.
I can't get back there,
You're
can I?
serious? They thought of all this.
So, there's no quest over
all
here.
The war. They bloody got a boils. I got a boil the size of your
Can I not
nose
go
on
back
my
there?
big toe,
No,
and
I can't.
some
Interesting.
being
Let's go into the
got
tavern. So, we are all figments of people's imaginations. You are the figment of my imagination. Because it doesn't mean that you're also not... that you're not also real. Because you are. But right now, I don't know that for a fact. And vice versa. I am the figment of your imagination. Maybe more so, because you can hear me, and I can't hear you. So, well, I guess maybe that's the other way around. I don't know. But you know what I mean? One thing doesn't invalidate the other. Just because we are in the minds of people doesn't mean we're also not in whatever we call reality. Let's have a chat with this guy.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess. How may I serve you today?
Nothing.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm just here to make sure all the quests are done.
Water down ale, damp beds, rickety stools.
Patron,
Why do I even bother?
Rana. Everything is good. Okay, so we're leaving. And more importantly, we're going to camp. And the reason why, I don't know if I opened my inventory when I started the episode, but I should have, or maybe I don't know if I did or not. But the reason why, oh, maybe that guy's gonna have something to say. The reason why I didn't sell everything is because I want to equip the equipment. I already did some changes, but I want to equip the equipment to everybody, not just the people that are with me. Landmark boat? What the heck is that?
Welcome back, youngster.
Hi.
Looking to go across to the tower?
No, not right now.
Well, I'll be here.
Okay. Yeah, what is that over there? Landmark boat.
Rest the souls of all. Templar
Yes, but yeah, you don't do much. What's going on? Distinctive landmark, but otherwise unremarkable at this time. How is it? Okay. Sure, I'll go with that. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to go back to camp, besides talking to everybody. This episode might have a lot of talking to our companions. I don't know just exactly... Yes. Can I not? Oh, I can. Just go there.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Well, why did you call it a grimoire? Well, I guess maybe a grimoire can be another thing, but I thought it was going to be a collection of spells. Yet you look disturbed?
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
That should prove useful, no?
Not unless one also happens to be an ancient abomination. No.
And we know what
Flemeth
what
has
an
raised
abomination
many
is.
daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth.
I figured.
When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter.
Wizened.
And when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's... Well, I guess that... well, being an abomination certainly explains it. We learned about it last episode, I think, or a couple of episodes ago, what an abomination is, and it's got to do with the mages and blood magic and all that sort of stuff. So, Flemeth is immortal or not, or is Flemeth immortal or not, is an interesting question. Being an abomination, I get the impression that it's transcendent of the body, just inherently, and what she's saying is just exactly that. It just sort of switches from body to body. So why would she risk sending you with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
Gross. So if you died, she would have another daughter?
Not by any natural means. Perhaps I should take this as a vote of confidence from her on my capabilities. Or perhaps she simply wished me gone from the Kolkari wilds so she could prepare her ritual in peace. A disturbing thought.
So what do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Sounds reasonable. Very well. I'll help if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kokari wilds without me.
Oh.
If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then.
Yeah.
So I must remain at the camp. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
I don't remember how she got a hold of her otherwise not true grimoire. The one she was studying. Yeah, I figured she wouldn't want to be in there. That's why I didn't even ask about shouldn't we talk to her before. Because you know how mages are. Saruman is a big influence in a lot of mages in fantasy, and one of his big thing, like especially because he's the, well, a wizard, I guess, but still the head of it in Tolkien, and Tolkien influence, you know, all that sort of all that stuff. But Saruman was its power, described in the books, was the power of the word, and he could cast spells just by saying things. Which is, I find really interesting, because Tolkien has a very interesting way of writing that I might go into at a later date and not ramble right now, but it makes it sound as if Saruman is just a very eloquent person, but still so eloquent that it looks like it spells. But at the same time, the text is relatively literal in what it says when it says about his powers and magic. Actually, the word magic is not used, I think, throughout Tolkien, but I'm not gonna talk about that right now. It's got to do with the nature of the text itself, or the whole work. Let's see. Do I have a time limit on this? Well, I'll go there right now. I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Okay. Quest updated. Kill Flemeth and take her real grimoire. Not her true one, her real one. I guess the distinction might be non-existent. Morrigan,
Yes?
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
No, actually.
Yes?
Can we discuss something personal?
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
We need to discuss us. Let's go with that, because I think she has entered a different stage in the romance thing.
Discuss away.
We must end this. Well, there's nothing to have conversations with right there. However, there's traders in here, and that's the reason why I didn't want to do anything, because we can go through our companions, and life is good here and all that. So, Baelor over here doesn't really have much. He's got a crossbow over there, but I think this is just bad, so I'll put that over there. Crossbows, I think they're... Somebody explained to me that this is not a good thing, and I can actually see how much damage I do. 16.8. Crossbows would do 10.8. You can see the difference. It's tremendous how different it is. So yeah, that's pretty good. We got a little bit of extra damage over here based on our Beastman's dagger. Somebody told me that they used that up until the late game, so that's very promising. It's good to have daggers and stuff. And I've looked at his stuff already over here. Not at this though. So we got a cold resistance, electricity resistance, and a ring. We can have 2 rings, and we have an extra attack. I believe that is for attack rating rather than damage. So there it is, because, you know, names and all that. And then we have Ween over here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use Ween for everything. Her current staff is quite something, and I might want to use it for Morrigan. Morrigan's staff right now is just for nature resistance. It's a 5.2 magic. This is a 4.8 magic. Or damage, rather. I said magic? Wait a minute. What? Yeah, this is a little bit extra damage. So that's pretty good. The extra magic, spirit resistance, and a bunch of other resistances is fine with me. Restriction for Ween over here with a silver Aron. We need to talk to her as well. I think there's some boots for her. Although, doesn't that cause magic damage? Or, no? No. It's fine. She can have that. And a helmet as well. I'll give her a cowl. She has some of that over there. And I think Morrigan has got... Oh. That one's just better. Okay. So Morrigan, you have new clothes. Oh, look at that. Oh no, this is Morrigan's robes. So she must get... I'm not going to have her go naked all over the place. Excuse me, Morrigan. Senior Enchanter's robes. I need to get some of that. Also, I got this one, and I might want... No, they're the same. No, they're not. Mana regeneration in combat. This one is for mental resistance. So these are for resistances. That's fine with me. We got a Sailor's Charm and something over there. They all have stuff in there. So that's pretty good. And then over here, well, she doesn't really have anything, and all of these are not as good as hers. So next up, we have Alistair. I've also looked at his things. He's got some armor over here, and there's nothing there for him. We got Liliana over here, and she has a short bow ash, or made of ash, and an enchanted dagger over here with a shield. She can't... Can she? She can, actually. Strength modifier, missile deflection is a little bit higher. That sounds good to me. And then over here we have the rest of the things. We got a little bit of extra mental resistance on that, really. 1.75, that's pretty good. We got skill armor. This is... How do I want... That's heavy, isn't it? That's medium. Okay, let's go with the chasing... Oh, wait a minute. These are robes I could give it to... No, it's just for defense. Yeah, let's keep it at right there. Then we have Bellum over here. Hello, Bellum. How's it going? Who's a good boy? And he's got things. He's got a war harness over here for extra armor and damage penetration, physical resistance. That's that one over there. Okay. So damage versus beasts. I want that. And then I want this. Oh, wait. I need to... Oh, this is Constitution. Yeah, that's good enough. And I'll sell... Basically, this is... Yeah, that's why... That's one of the reasons why I didn't kept looking at... at the things that I had, simply because Dark Spawn dagger. Simply because, yeah, there's other people that might need the equipment that I have. So can you have dual? No, you can't have dual wielding things. We got some armor penetration over there, but that's, yeah, I guess, nah, you can't have anything. Okay, that sounds good. Let's get you some equipment. You got a Templar helm. Wait a minute, I'm next, yeah. Alistair, you don't like the Templar helm? Sure. Is it because it's requires strength? Oh yeah, that looks really cool. Scale armor, go for it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right there. And then the rest of the stuff is gonna be sold. And I think we're good. Okay, let's have a chat with these guys. Hey, Sandal.
Enchantment?
Maybe. I'd like to, yeah, let's see.
Enchantment!
Yes, let's do this. So, right now I have this thing. This doesn't come with enchantment. It does come with enchantment slots. Right there. Can I substitute them? Did we figure that out? Yes, we can. Does that cost money? I can press escape.
Enchantment?
Mm-hmm.
Enchantment!
Sounds good. Okay, your status is not being used. Who has this? What is that? It's a great sword. Two-handed, requires 34 strength. That's why it's not being used. So I got a beastman over here. Let's see. Fire damage, spell resistance, electricity damage. Let's just go with that. And that sounds
Enchantment?
about right. So the reason
Enchantment!
the reason why you wouldn't want to have things like that, chance to reduce movement. Nah, I'll give you that. Is because, of course, you know, it's just placing the runes in the right place. But more importantly, it's about the remembering to take them out before you sell your things, I assume. Hey, Stan, what's up?
Yes.
Like, you have a question?
I am hardly surprised.
I know.
Very well.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
No, that's fine.
Then I suggest we move on.
Bye.
As you wish.
That's pretty straightforward. We might have... Oh, wait. Hi. Did I talk to you? I do apologize. If I didn't.
The Templars of the Chantry stand ready, Grey Warden.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
And he ends the conversation.
The Templars of the Chantry stand ready, Grey Warden.
The Templars still employ mages? He might be a tranquil.
Not all perished in the tower, Grey Warden, and those that remain are highly unlikely to further test the Chantry's wrath.
On account of them being tranquils. Huh. A communal box for the resources you have collected for your troops. And I can turn in runes for the Templars. Your pack glows ever so slightly. No, I need them. I mean, that's interesting. Why would I want them? I mean, I don't need them, but why would I want them? Ween, what's up?
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you all right?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
I'm sure you're not, even though I don't really know what would be. No, you're a person.
Ha, very funny.
You're not?
But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me.
Oh.
I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
You're not allowed to be done quite yet.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
She didn't like or dislike that. I was sort of afraid that she would dislike that. Maybe she did dislike that.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Yes, actually. One. Why do you ask? I'm not going to say one yet, because I can't. Why do you ask?
You are younger than I, and your nerves yet have some steel in them. Did you feel any fear facing the abominations?
Some, but I knew how I could not falter.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
You're a great mage. You'd never become an abomination.
Every mage is vulnerable, no matter how accomplished or powerful. That is the first thing we learn, and overconfidence can lead to recklessness.
A slow and insidious killer.
All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
My character canonically wanted to be a blood mage. He's keeping all of those thoughts to himself. You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Well, that has implications with Flemeth. Is it Flemeth? Am I correct in the name? Am I saying a different name? If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination. Which also works the other way around, because if one is an abomination, then one does not retain one's humanity. This makes it sound very compassionate, but unfortunately it also works precisely for the opposite objective. Also, the definition of humanity is just fatuous and not relevant here. I mean, relevant for sure, but it can be anything, really, because we can just make it be whatever we want it to be. Because, oh, they're still people, they look like people. They don't actually humanity. Well, they have a little bit of, yeah. I think the abominations were the people with, like, all the distorted faces and stuff. We cannot let them be simply because they might get better, though.
I suppose that old adage remains true. Prevention is better than a cure.
That doesn't sound like a very good adage, but I mean, not that I disagree, but it just doesn't pop, if you know what I mean.
Is there something you need?
Yes, I'd like to ask you something about the circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
What do you think will happen to the circle now?
So many are gone. They will need new enchanters. Perhaps they will look to Orlais or Antiva. It will be difficult for a while, but I have no doubt that the circle will recover.
How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Filled with grain, I'm sure. No, although, wait a minute. Troughs also can have water, right? Yeah. Serves him right.
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn, with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
What happened when you arrived at the tower?
I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
Huh. That's Little did you know it was just a prettied up prison. Could I ask that? Could we go with that? Let's go with that.
Prison? You could see it that way. But those walls are there to keep non-mages out, as much as to keep mages in. I learned very quickly that for every apprentice in the tower, there was probably one who never even lived to see the Templars come. No child, not even a mage child, is a match for an angry mob trying to place blame for a failed crop, a hard winter, a baby born dead.
I guess Morgan can attest to that. Those people should know better.
Superstition and fear is what makes these people behave in this manner. It will be a good long time before that changes.
Well, not
that's
with
about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the circle.
that fear bit is fear of a very, very real thing. And I think we have had a pretty good dosage of that. So yeah, superstition, I'm sure as well, but still, it's right when it's right there in front of your eyes. Their talents can go really badly, and yeah, there's nothing else right now. I'll ask you in a little bit. Well, next episode I'll ask you the rest of the stuff. But for right now, I'm Kiddo RPG, and this has been Dragon Age Origins. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.